Okay, so that's what we doing, Warner Brothers, huh? We're getting rid of Looney Tunes, huh? We're punishing the tunes. Well, you want to get rid of my Looney Tunes? Zaslav, I'm gonna give you a Looney Tune death. And consider that mercy, Zaslav. I was this close to pulling a classic Buzz Bunny, putting on a wig, and kissing you. Yeah, you would have liked that punishment, wouldn't you? Oh man, I cannot believe we're here. This morning, I was jumping and cheering, happy that Hollywood is back. Hollywood can now make movies. The writer and actor strike is over. Things are a-flowing. And one of the biggest pieces of news that comes out now with this happening is a Looney Tunes movie I was very much looking forward to. Coyote vs. Acme is now been given the Batgirl treatment and is a tax write-off. This has devastated me as a Looney Tunes fan, so I'm gonna get down to all the details here, and I want to hear from you guys. I'm not gonna pretend like this was probably on a lot of people's most anticipated list, but I think there was a lot of people who wanted and were excited for this movie, and now gone, never to be seen from again. Warner Brothers done goofed way too many times, and man, I don't think they're done. I better start hearing more people say Warner Brothers is in shambles, because that's the real place in shambles. Alright, so yes, I was out in the theater getting ready to watch my screening of The Marvels, which I'll post a review once I'm done ranting in this video, and I started getting notifications like crazy. You guys know, I love Looney Tunes, you had my back, but man, you tagged me in some terrible news. The headline's reading, Warner Brothers will get a $30 million tax write-off from shelving Coyote vs. Acme. The film was completed with very good test scores. Warner Brothers reportedly thought it wasn't worth the cost to release or to sell to other buyers. And there we go, my friends, another Batgirl situation. This wasn't a movie that was maybe going to happen. They had a script and they just thought, nah, let's not. No, this movie was filmed, was completed, VFX work was done. All that really needed left to happen is for them to set a release date and give it to the public. This is a fully complete new live-action Looney Tunes movie, and we're never gonna see it. Now, if you haven't heard about the project, which I understand, the movie was called Coyote vs. Acme, and it was gonna tell the story of Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation because they always sold him faulty products. If you're a Looney Tunes fan at all, or if you've ever watched the character of Wile E. Coyote in The Roadrunner, you know every time he uses a gadget, it never goes his way. This was gonna be a meta idea where he actually goes to court, sues them. Will Forte was gonna play his lawyer. John Cena was gonna be a corporate head for the Acme Corporation fighting back. This movie was also being produced by James Gunn. It was even on my most anticipated list because I thought since the movie was done, they were going to release it sometime in 2023. Then I didn't know the writer's strike would happen, as well as me not knowing Warner Brothers can continue to make stupid decisions. This hurts as a Looney Tunes fan because, again, I don't think I need to reiterate to you guys, I love Looney Tunes. Heck, right now you go to my channel and you search most popular video, it is mainly all Looney Tune videos. Looney Tunes help pay for my dang house, I think. I grew up watching so many of the cartoons, falling in love with those characters, and although we don't get a lot of live-action Looney Tune hybrid movies, I always look forward to when the next one might happen, whether it's another Space Jam, whether it's a Looney Tunes back in action, and Wile E. Coyote vs. Acme felt like a lot of fun. And now I'm never going to be able to see this movie. Like, what the heck, Warner Brothers? Why would any director, writer want to sign up and work for your studio now? This is the second time it's happened with Batgirl and now this. What creative individual in Hollywood now wants to sit down and actually do a deal with you? To me, the reasoning for why the movie also got canceled makes no sense whatsoever. So the reasoning the studio put out on why it got canceled was this. With the relaunch of Warner Brother Picture Animation in June, the studio has shifted its global strategy to focus on theatrical releases. With this new direction, we have made the difficult decision not to move forward with Coyote vs. Acme. We have tremendous respect for the filmmakers, cast, and crew, and are grateful for their contribution to the film. I'm sorry, this is a standalone one and done movie. This isn't a cinematic universe. What kind of direction do you mean that it doesn't fit into your animation new department vision? Put out the movie. You know what helps out a new animation division? Is releasing a good film, and apparently this movie was great. There's been a couple of people in Hollywood who got to see the movie because, like I said, it was finished and it was having test screenings where the test screenings were getting actual high scores. People were liking the film. And here's what some writers and directors had to say in Hollywood who got to see the movie. They weren't a part of it. They were just someone in the industry who got a copy and were able to see it before anyone else. And they said here, I have seen this movie and it is excellent. It's also tested in the high 90s repeatedly. It also had interested buyers buyers. The people working at Warner Brothers are anti-art, and I hope multiple anvils drop on their heads. Another review from a person said, Coyote vs. Acme is a great movie, the best of its kind since Roger Rabbit. It's commercial, it tested well, the leads are super likable, it's beautifully shot, the animation is great, the ending makes everyone effing cry. I thought the goal of this business was to make hit movies. And again, reminding you, this movie tax write-off so they could save $30 million. That's all you're saving here? $30 million, and you don't want to put out a good movie? What? Who's making the decisions, Warner Brothers? It mentioned in this article there were interested buyers, meaning that Warner Brothers had the option that it's like, fine, if Warner Brothers doesn't want to be the one to release it and risk it being maybe a box office bomb, they could have sold it to Netflix, sold it to Hulu. Other people were interested in buying this movie and putting it on their platform, which sure would have sucked if this didn't get a theatrical release, but at least it would have gotten released. Filmmakers, cast members, crew would have gotten respect for their work in here instead of just collecting dust now in someone's vault, never to be seen again. This just pisses me off as an individual who loves movies, wants to talk about movies. It's even worse when you remember that whenever Zaslav was talking about his big Warner Brothers comeback, you know, he bought the company, he's like, we're gonna make things big. And one of the things that they put on their gonna focus on IPs was Looney Tunes. This is a Looney Tunes movie, and you're canceling it. What are you talking about, man? Warner Brothers is losing all sorts of respect. And you know what kind of sucks even more as like a hidden thing in there? James Gunn is working there as a DCU, and I'm excited to see what he has in the DCU and what he can make. As a producer on here, it kind of sucks that he has to stay quiet on this. He's technically an executive now in Warner Brothers and is in a real tough spot where he can't exactly speak on this situation because those are his bosses. You know, those are the people making those decisions. At the same time, James Gunn, you're a producer on this. You put your name attached to this. You should at least say something, but you can't because, again, you're an executive there now. It looks wrong. So honestly, this all just breaks my heart as a Looney Tunes fan. I wanted to see this movie, same as I wanted to see Batgirl, same as I wanted to see Scooby-Doo's Holiday Haunt. It's almost like the movies I'm genuinely curious and interested in, Warner Brothers is looking through my diary and going, all right, what's the next movie we could cancel to piss off Chris? Oh, Blue Beetle 2. Let's do that. I'm just going to leave things off here with what the director commented about the movie, saying, for years, I was lucky enough to make a movie about Wile E. Coyote, the most persistent, passionate, and resilient character of all time. I was surrounded by a brilliant team who poured their souls into the project for years. We were all determined to honor the legacy of these historic characters and actually get them right. Along with the ride, we were embraced by test audiences who rewarded us with fantastic scores. I am beyond proud of the final product and beyond devastated by Warner Brothers' decisions. But in the spirit of Wile E. Coyote, resilience and persistence wins the day. I'll see you guys on the next one.